Okay, so I'm bored, so I thought, why not tell you guys about a story of when I shit myself. So this happened about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and there was a stomach bug going around in my family. And it started with my brother, and eventually leading to me, of course. And I remember the day that I caught it, I felt nauseous. So I was just laying there in bed, thinking, it's okay, it's probably nothing. I'll go grab a bowl or something to throw up in case. So I go downstairs, I grab a bowl, just in case, and I fall asleep. And I fall asleep at around 8 o'clock, 8 p.m., because I didn't sleep the night before. So I fall asleep around 8 p.m., and I remember waking up at, I think, about 9 p.m., so an hour later, and immediately just needing to throw up. So I turn over, I grab the bowl that was next to me on my chair, and I just start projectile vomiting everywhere in the bowl. And after throwing up a couple of times, I then throw up one more time, and that throw up was kind of the start of it all. And I throw up, and it's like my bowels just decided to just go on holiday and completely leave, because the moment I throw up, my bowels tense, my arsehole spreads, and all of the shit comes flowing out of me while I'm laying there in bed. So I'm thinking to myself, what am I gonna do? I'm laying in bed, covered in shit, in vomit, not knowing what to do, and I can't get out of bed. I'm sat there shaking, I can't breathe because I'm throwing up so much, and I just lay there in my own shit for a while until I'm able to breathe again and catch my breath. And when I'm able to catch my breath, I run to the bathroom, and I sit there, and I continue to throw up and shit myself. But luckily this time it wasn't in my pants, it was in the toilet. So I'm sitting there, shitting, throwing up, shaking, sweating, falling asleep, waking back up, falling asleep, waking back up. And just that constant over and over and over and over again. It's like the devil himself just decided to fly down and plant a fucking parasite in my stomach, because why the hell not? And I'm sitting there on the toilet, shitting, throwing up like a fucking fire hydrant that was broken, trying to put down a non-existent fire. And I look down and I see the shit in my trousers and my pants. So I'm thinking to myself, fuck, I need to tell my brother to get me some new underwear, because I can't wear that. So I send him a message. I'm like, hey, could you leave some underwear just outside the bathroom door? And he does that, and he knocks on the door, and he's like, here it is. And I say, all right, just leave it on the floor, leave it out there. And he leaves it there. And when I'm able to finally gain the strength to just get up, I felt like I was Kratos fighting a god, because the amount of strength it took to get up and just open the door to grab the pants. I reach my hand out, I pick them up, and I put them on the floor and immediately sit back down on the toilet. Because I think to myself, if I bend over to try and put these on, I'm just going to throw up all over the floor and all over my feet. So I don't do that. And instead, I kind of sit there for about 3 hours just throwing up and shitting, throwing up and shitting, throwing up and shitting non-stop, like I was fucking ReZero stuck in a loop of death. And when I was eventually able to gain the strength to put on the pants, I put them on. I sit back down to the toilet. I kind of just sit there for a while. And then when I was able to finally get out from the toilet, I go to bed, I lay in bed, and I just chuck on some YouTube, and I relax, and I fall asleep. And you'd think, oh, that's probably the end of that now. No, I wake up again, and I throw up, and I fall back asleep, and I throw up, and I fall back asleep, and I throw up, and I fall back asleep, and I throw up. But luckily, my bowels have decided to talk to English. But luckily, my bowels have decided to go back to their job and return to their places and keep the shit in this time. So I'm not shitting myself anymore, but I'm still throwing up uncontrollably. And I think, okay, I need to drink some water or I'm going to get really dehydrated really fast. So I grab the glass of water and I drink it, just to throw it up 2 seconds later. Immediately, like the fucking Mariana Trench, all coming out of my stomach, all coming out of my throat, everywhere. It went into the bowl so fast that it splashed out all over my legs, and I thought to myself, I was sitting there thinking, what the fuck am I gonna do? So I did the right thing. I accepted fate, didn't drink any more water, laid down in bed, and just fell asleep. And luckily that was the end of it. I was able to sleep for a couple hours, and then I woke up again, because my stomach was hurting too much, so I woke up. Luckily I didn't throw up. I kind of just laid there for a bit, drunk a little bit of water. This time I didn't drink too much, because I think the first time I drank it, I kind of gulped too much. And that's why I threw it up. So I took little baby sips, and I was okay. I was able to keep it down. And I couldn't move out of bed for about 3 days afterwards, and I was bedridden for a very long time. And so the lesson we have learned today is don't trust your bowels when you're throwing up somewhere else. Anyways, that's it.